Hello my friends, welcome back. I've got two brand new styles here from Belle Tress. I've got Spade and I've got Missoni. I'd like to thank Shirley's Wig Shop for providing both these styles for me so I could review them for you. The links for Spade and Missoni will be listed down below for you in the description box. I believe that these will start shipping within a few weeks. If I understand it correctly. As usual, I will leave timestamps listed down below in case you want to see one style and you don't want to see the other, or if you just want to see the colors. I'll leave it all listed down below. I'll do the timestamps for you. I'm also going to compare them for you because these styles are very, very similar. And I will also do a separate section just for that. So in case you're trying to decide, well, why should I get this one or should I get both? We're going to start out with Spade in the color Toasted Walnut R. Oh, by the way, what I'm wearing is McQueen by Belle Tress in the color Sunkissed Almond R. I think I had reviewed it in a darker color, but I love Sunkissed. And I just took it out of the box, and I think it's perfect. Anyway, it's not about that. It's not about McQueen. It's about Spade and Missoni. So moving along, Marlene. Okay, Spade, Toasted Walnut R. You know I love this color. I'm really curious. I'm going to be adding, when I put it on, I'm going to be adding the stock photos. Because, to be really honest with you, I took it out of the box. They arrived yesterday afternoon. Took it out of the box. Tried it on, and they look nothing like they appear on the stock photo. So I thought, well, I'm going to put it right back in the box so you could see what it looks like out of the box and how we're going to make it look like the stock photo, if we can, or if I can. Both Spade and Missoni are from the Luxe collection. They both have the same exact cap. Both have a full mono top, and it's all one piece with the lace front that comes all the way to the ear tabs. We have silicone at the ear tabs and stays. We have a non-extended nape, and we have full tab adjusters and a cap that is 100% hand tied. Lots of stretch, will fit up to a 23-inch base. And I'm basing this on what I've seen from members in the groups and what they say. Lots and lots of stretch. I have a 21.5-inch circumference. I wear a wig grip and I cinch it in quite a bit. This is what it looks like right out of the box. Now I'm going to insert the stock photo so you can compare. Beautiful lace front with the lighter fibers on Toasted Walnut R. Great coverage. Here is the ear tab, and very little of my very low hairline is showing. I'm going to take some more. Oh, let me show it to you on all sides before I mess with it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some water and I'm going to spray it to really separate those fibers. And I get my fingers in there. We're getting there. Now I'm going to flip my head down. Let me see if I could show you. And I'm going to take some wig wax. I really like this style, by the way. Now I'm going to take some Peace Out cream because I want a little bit of a lift here. Again, you don't have to do any of this. You could just leave it just the way it arrived. Just add a little bit of water and that's it. So I'm just taking like less than a pea amount of the Peace Out cream from John Renault. You know, this one. I'm going to rub my fingers together and I'm just going to lift. The measurements on Spade. We have the sides are 10 inches. The nape is 2.5 to 3 inches. The overall is 7 to 11 inches. That is really important because that is telling us that Spade has lots of layers. When you see that overall and you have a range of measurements, like such as in this case that we have that 7 to 11 inches, that means, see right there, we have layers. That means we have layers in 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches, all the way to 11 inches. So lots of layers. What are those layers going to do? They're going to provide a bit more volume. There's no permatease here. We have a fully hand-tied cap. No permatease whatsoever. And we have a very high density. Spade only weighs 3.9 ounces. Light density. But if you want to get some volume, because we have those layers, we could really add some volume to it with some products, getting our fingers in, and those layers are going to provide that foundation to be able to give us that volume if that's something that we want to do. If you don't want the volume, you don't have to do that. You could just sleek it down a little bit more, and there you have it. Spade, I've got it in the color Toasted Walnut R. This is 1025 plus 8. We start out with a root of an 8, which in Belle Tress is a medium brown. It varies a little bit from brand to brand. In Belle Tress, that 8 leans a little darker than I've seen on some other brands. The base on it is going to be an ash brown, and the highlights are going to be a gold and light brown. We have a nice blend here of a cool color and a warm color. Your cool color is going to be the base of the ash brown, and some of that light brown in the highlights that we have. Then our warm color is going to be the golden highlights. When we put them together, that's how we come up with the neutral color. So it doesn't lean too warm, it doesn't lean too cool. It's just perfect. For me, for my skin tone, for my medium tan skin tone, this is a great color. The cap on Missoni is going to be exactly the same as we found on Spade. If you're just jumping into this section, at the beginning of the video, I showed the cap. This is Missoni right out of the box. I'll add the stock photo. My Missoni is in the color Burnt Biscuit Blonde R. Show you the lace front. Great coverage, just as we found on Spade. Almost none of my very low hairline is showing. Show it to you on all sides. Just like with Spade, if you want to wear it like this, you can certainly wear it like this. This is just not my preference. So I'm going to take some water and I'm going to spray it just to really separate those fibers. Now we have a full mono top, so we can part it anywhere we want. Now I'm going to turn my head upside down. I'm going to take some wig wax. I'm going to spray it. I'm going to take some of the piece out because I'm not a fan of this. If you are, just leave it. You don't have to do anything to it. I prefer it with a little bit more of a lift. So again, I'm going to take the Jon Renau Peace Out Cream. I'm going to take less than a pea amount. I'm going to rub it in my fingers. And I'm really going to rub it in there. I'm going to take a wide tooth comb because I want to loosen up these curls a little bit. Again, do you have to do this? Absolutely not. You can leave it with curly. I like it more of a casual look. I like it better with more of a very loose wave. But this is a matter of preference. You know, you wear your hair as you like it. You don't have to wear it how I wear it. I just want to show you that you can leave it as it comes right out of the box, or you can make those waves a little looser and just make it a bit more casual depending on your preference. Now with Missoni, we're going to have, the sides are going to be 8 to 10.5 inches. We don't have that many layers here. We have 8-inch, 9-inch, 10-inch, whereas in Spade we had more layers. So we have less layers here. So our front and the sides are going to be the same. We don't have any shorter pieces here or anything like that. The overall is 11 inches. We don't have a lot of layers, and it weighs a little bit less than Spade. It weighs 3.5 ounces. Again, no permatease because we have a fully hand-tied cap and we have a very light density. Okay, now that I've messed with it, now I'll show it to you on all sides. Mine is in the color Burnt Biscuit Blonde. The color code is 101688 plus 8. We have that medium brown root. This color is slightly warmer than Butterbeer Blonde from the Cafe collection. We have a really nice blend here. The reason we have a warmer color than we have on Butterbeer Blonde is because there's an 88 here. And that 88 is a warmer color, which we didn't find on Butterbeer Blonde. The blend of blondes in Burnt Biscuit is a sandy, a honey, and a creamy, soft blonde. Once again, we have a neutral color, but I feel that Burnt Biscuit Blonde leans a little warm. And the reason I say that is because we have the sandy blonde and we have the honey blonde. So that leans a little bit warm. Not a lot, but it does lean slightly warm. And it probably appears a little bit warmer next to my skin tone. It might appear brighter and lighter on someone that has a fair skin tone. All right, the difference between Spade and Missoni, there's very little difference. On Spade, we had sides of 10 inches. But we had an overall of 7 to 11 inches, whereas in Missoni we have a little bit of layering, but we don't have as much. They both have the same cap. They both have basically the same overall of 11 inches at the longest part, but we have some layers in Spade that we don't have in Missoni. The weight is almost exactly the same, 3.5 ounces on Missoni and 3.9 ounces on Spade. The nape on each is going to be right around 3 inches. It's a little bit less on Spade. It's 2.5 to 3 inches on Spade, and it's 3.5 inches on Missoni. Here are my thoughts. While the styles apparently look very similar, and they are, as far as length is concerned, and we do have a bit more layers on Spade than we have on Missoni, there is a difference with the styles, definitely. Notice how Missoni appears to be a bit more rounded than we find on Spade, and that is due to the lack, or because we don't have as many layers on Missoni. It really, I don't think that one style is necessarily nicer or prettier or better than the other. I think it's a matter of preference. Do you want a style with a bit more layers that you can get more volume to it, that's a little choppier, if you will? Or do you prefer a style like Missoni where we have it's a bit more rounded, and we don't have as many layers. We have a little bit of flippies towards the end. That's really what it comes down to. Can you get volume out of it? Yeah, I think that if we play around with it and we add a little bit of product, we're going to be able to get some volume out of it for sure. But it needs the products added to it because we don't have the permatease. We can't just put our fingers in there and there it stays. We'll have to add the wig wax, for example. in order to get that volume. But I really wanted to show you both these styles together, because when we look at the stock photos, they do appear quite similar. I know that that's how they appeared to me. You let me know what you think. Do you think that they appear similar? Do you think that they're different? Do you prefer one over the other? Do you agree with me? You can disagree. We can agree to disagree. Do you think that Missoni appears a bit more rounder? I don't know. You let me know your thoughts. Once again, thank you, Shirley's Wig Shop, for providing both these styles for me so I could review them. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.